You never know what people going through, bro. You never know what people going through, man. Especially for men. Because men, we don't talk about this, man. We don't talk about this at all.
I know this podcast about to touch a lot of people. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man, this shit.
I hope it saves a life. And basically, I'm going to be providing like mental health services for clients. I have licensed professionals out, licensed social workers. I have a psychiatric nurse practitioner on board. I have a licensed addiction counselor.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cash Talks. It's Cash, and today we're gonna do stuff a little bit different today. I know normally we in here drinking and smoking hookah, but we want to touch base on mental health and suicide and depression and all that good stuff. So first, before we even get started, I just wanted to touch light on the tragedy that we just all witnessed, and I want to say rest in peace to Chucky. And the purpose of this episode today, hopefully, is to help out somebody who is either suicidal or, going through a mental health issue or battling with depression or anything like that. So I have my fellas here because I don't think suicide or depression is actually talked enough about in men. So I just want to introduce all my co-hosts today. Just tell them who you are, your Instagram name, and how they can find you, and also tell them what you guys do. So we'll start with you.
Where the camera I'm looking at?
Hey, yo.
That one.
Where the camera I'm looking at?
All right, y'all. Jamal Wiggz, for real. I'm the CEO, owner of Crazy Puddings. I like to look at myself as a social media influencer, a chef, a business person, but that's who I am. So, yeah.
All right.
Javon Bond 007. Entrepreneur overall. Promote parties, do bail bond business, got a liquor business, just a hustler.
King
My
Dewey. Oh, my bad.
Instagram, Javon Bond 007.
Your turn.
King Dewey, KingDoue. Follow me on all platforms. Entrepreneur, influencer, whatever you want to call me, I guess.
All right. So now that everyone has introduced themselves, I want to start with me because I know people are probably wondering like, well, how can somebody that's so late and popular on Instagram can be talking about mental health and mental awareness and stuff like that. So I'll give a little rundown on just some of the things that I've been through, and then I'll give the guys the floor, to let them open up and tell y'all what they have going on. So I'll start with I would say my depression and stuff started back in 2019. 12 days before my 28th birthday. A lot of y'all may know that my brother had ended up getting killed. Apparently they're saying this by somebody that was close to him. So it's like, I woke up and I had all these missed calls and stuff, and everyone was texting me, and I just kept seeing people say like, sorry for your loss, sorry for your loss. And of course, when you waking up, you don't know really like what the hell is going on. So I'm just scrolling through my messages, and I seen someone say that my brother got shot. And so the first thing I did was, I went and found out what hospital he was at. So he was at University of Maryland Shock Trauma, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. So at the time I wasn't driving, so of course I had to take a Uber all the way from Cockeysville all the way to University of Maryland. And that probably was like one of the longest Uber rides that I've ever had to sit in. And so I got there, and of course, I don't know if any of y'all ever witnessed like a sibling or somebody close to you that passed away. In order for you to get information on that person, either the parents have to come or the siblings. So of course, nobody could get information on how my brother was doing until I got there because my mom was in New York at the time. So I got there and they're just like, okay, he's in surgery. So, of course, me being the person that I am, I always try to see the good in every situation. Like, maybe he got shot in his arm or maybe got shot in his leg, he'll be okay. And so we're just waiting and waiting. And they got me in the waiting room for an hour. And I'm just like, damn, like, what if he did get shot somewhere where he won't be able to make it? Then I'm like, nah, this is Drake. He's too big to not be able to survive a bullet. 'Cause if you know my brother, he's like 6'4", 200 pounds. So I was waiting and waiting. And then eventually it was like like 3 police officers, a detective, the hospital security guard, and like 4 doctors. They were all coming like towards where I was at. And they put me in this room and they was just like, Andrea, we did everything that we could, but unfortunately your brother didn't make it. So that's like where my depression kind of first started, because it's like it's one thing to lose a friend or somebody that you knew, but like when you lose a sibling. Sorry, hold up. Whew, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, but when you lose a sibling, like it's a different type of pain, because that's like somebody that you grew up with, like that you've known all your life, and we were only a year apart. So everybody's like, dang, like you never see me without my brother. And of course, as siblings, you argue. I'm sure you have a twin. Like I know you, like you argue with your brother. Like I used to tell my brother, like, you get on my nerves. I wish I was the only person. And then it's like, damn. Like sometimes it's like I be thinking to myself, like, had I never said that when I was younger, would my brother still be here? Because what if God really took that serious, And it's just like I've learned to cherish everybody like that comes across my life, and the people, friendships. I don't know if people that really know me know this. Like I take friendships to the heart, because I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up in a big family or nothing like that. I don't have like family reunions and stuff. So it's like when I get friends, I get so attached to people, and I look at them as my family, and that's probably why like people always say like, oh, you're such a like nice person or whatever. But that's where my depression started. So then it's like, at one point I've grown to basically accept shit for what it is. Cause it's like when you're grieving, you don't never really get over losing somebody. You just learn to accept shit for what it is. So I think I finally came to peace, with losing my brother. And then like 2 years later, my mother got sick. So um with us losing my brother, my mother basically stressed herself to death, to the point where as though she had a seizure in her sleep. And she was at my aunt's house, and luckily like my aunt knows my mom to the T, to where she knew something wasn't right. And so my mom was having a seizure in her sleep, but the seizure that she was having, like she was snoring really, really loud. So my aunt was like talking to my mom, like, girl, get up. But my mom was like unresponsive. So she got up and she knew like something wasn't right. So that's when I think she said she threw water on her or something, and she knew something was wrong when my mother still didn't move. So come to find out, when they took my mom to the hospital, I know y'all see me posting my mom all the time, and I don't never really tell people that don't know me, like, what really happened to her. But so when they got to the hospital, they found out that she had 3 brain aneurysms on her brain, which caused bleeding in the brain. So out of the 3 that she had, 2 of them erupted. So the only thing that they could do, to save her life, basically she had to get brain surgery. So she got brain surgery, and with all the bleeding on the brain and all the pressure and stuff that it caused from her having brain surgery, she ended up having a stroke. So with her having a stroke, my mother is now partially paralyzed. So she's paralyzed on one part of her body. So I don't know if you notice, like if like when I post my videos and y'all see her, like one of her arms has always been that's like the side of her body that is paralyzed. So with me having to deal with all that within so little time, it caused me to drink more. So I've had like a really bad alcohol problem. Um, May 21st, 2021, I celebrated my mother's birthday. This was 4 months after she got sick. And Renee, I don't remember. Renee's in the background. Y'all can't see her, but Renee, I'm pretty sure you remember this. But I just got off work, and we were celebrating my mom's birthday. And I drunk so much to the point that I didn't even realize how drunk I was. And I dropped one of my old coworkers off home first. And, at this point, I didn't even realize that I was drunk, because I was mixing like light and dark or whatever. So I didn't even realize how drunk I was. But luckily I was able to drop my coworker off, and she made it home safe. But then I ended up proceeding to go home. And, as I was driving home, apparently I was so drunk, I flipped my truck over and it landed on the hood. And by the grace of God, I'm still here today because when I was driving on the highway, it was like 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. And I guess the ambulance that was driving to whatever station or whatever they work at, they were like riding behind me. So they seen when I flipped my car over and they pulled me out the car. And, after that, I just woke up. I think I called like you or Ace, but I was still drunk, like not even realizing what the fuck was going on. And I woke up the next day in the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at myself, my legs swollen, my chin swollen, 2 black eyes, and that's basically all that even after my truck flipped over 2 times, that's all I, walked away with. So, it's like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like we're here having this conversation today because I was driving here and I'm just like, damn, will we even be talking about this shit if it didn't even happen to Chucky? Because he was a big influence on Baltimore, and I'm like, honestly, probably not. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course, it happens every day, and we see it on the shade room and social media and with other people that we don't know, and we be like, mental health, and then we go on our merry way. But then it's like, if I can use my platform to be a voice for other people that's going through stuff, then why the fuck not? Because it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't, So that's just a little, I don't want to go too much into what I've been through. That's just a little bit of, the stuff that I've encountered within the last few years. And I've, like with this podcast and me working, around Dream and finding friends that really became family to me, was a way that I was able to find some type of joy in life again. And it's like, it was a point where at times I was suicidal. Like, I don't have my brother. I don't have a lot of family. My mother's never going to be the same again. Like, what the fuck do I need to be on this earth for? And I just feel like anybody that has been suicidal or fighting depression and they've, wake up and give themselves another chance, I just commend you because, life, especially with after us going through the pandemic and, you know, rent and everything is going up. It's hard. Like, it's not easy. So, if you ever been through something worse or, not as bad, just know that you're not the only one. And there's people like me that wear their smiles really well. And it doesn't hurt to check up on your friends and say, hey, how was your day today? Hey, are you okay? And, I was just having this conversation with my best friend the other day, and he say, even though we check up on our friends and our friends say, yeah, I'm okay, but we never follow up with, well, why are you okay? Like, why isn't your day good? Why are you just okay? And I feel like as friends and as people, I feel like even just me, like I have to do better. Cause I be thinking like going days without talking to people is normal and it's not. Cause within them few days that I've been, not speaking to you, I didn't even know you had all that you had going on. You get what I'm saying? So that's just a brief little inner side of what I've been going through. So I'm gonna give you guys the floor. So we want to start first. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So yeah, go ahead, Bess. I feel like we had a good little heart to heart. So I'll give you the floor first.
I don't know how to start though. I don't mind talking.
Just
first.
tell them,
I just don't know like where
give them
to start at.
a brief of like what you did and how life used to be and where you are today and why you feel how you feel, basically.
All right, so I'm gonna say, I mean, life is still like pretty much the same, slightly, but like what it was before was just all fun. Like that's what I showed. You feel what I'm saying? But now I'm getting more in tune with, I guess, my mature side of myself. Whereas though I'm starting to analyze different things and I'm starting to be more appreciative of things that I'm not used to, if that make any sense. So like I said, a few years ago, everything was good. You feel me? As most people know, I was in a relationship, Instagram all good. I got my good family. You feel me? But that recently came to an end. I'm 31. That was like my whole 20s. Like my whole 20s, I was in a relationship. Like I don't know nothing else. Like my family that I come from is not like the type of family where it's though like we really family oriented. Not saying like we don't love each other or it's fuck you, but like,
shit different.
yeah, like we live in the same house. We might not even say good morning when we walk by each other, but that don't mean like the love different. That's just how my household was raised. But as I got older, I got in that relationship, I started cherishing the family side of things, like things I wasn't used to, you feel me? And even to this day, I'm still battling it because of certain things I may see. It might be on my TV screen, it might be on my Instagram, it might just be my peers, even some of y'all that I see, like some of y'all, how y'all move, I watch y'all. Even if it's in person or Instagram and I just see certain things that I'm like, damn, that's normal shit that I never even been introduced to. So then my depression start kicking in, you feel me? Because now I'm just question. You feel me? And then I'm just throwing myself through so many loops. But now where I'm at is like a lot of people don't know. Like I've been homeless for the last 3 months. I just make it look good. Not saying that's my intent on things, you get what I'm saying? But I'm in the city going from house to house, staying where I can stay, you feel me? Just making shit, you feel me, look good. But that's a depression for me too. I'm going through a lot of shit like every day, even when I leave here, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna stay at. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I don't have nobody to even really like, well, I feel like I don't really have nobody to even talk to, or I'm nervous to even present certain shit to certain people because how people take shit in. Or if somebody get mad at me, I'm worried about if somebody going to just go blast my shit all on the Instagram or talking my shit in this circle, and then they might got good intentions, but the people that you speaking to don't got good intentions. So now it's just, it's a chain reaction. So like right now with my depression, I'm stuck in a point of where it's like, am I even able to talk to people? Am I supposed to bottle it up? Don't say nothing to nobody, handle it up myself, or go talk to people. Like this my best friend. She just found this out like 3 days ago. Like this somebody I'm really close to. Like before all the popularity shit, like we came up in the same era. You feel what I'm saying? And she looked at me crazy, like, damn, I wouldn't have never knew. But it's not your fault. It's my fault and it's your fault. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, what I'm left to do, how I go about it. Like I said, like even when we started here, like I don't even know how to start. You feel me? To even talk about it because for one, I was in denial about it. You get what I'm saying? So I had to come to my senses like, oh no, that's depression. And maybe like you said, maybe it was you feel me? The wake up call that we just got a few days ago. Maybe that, you feel me, will open up my eyes a little bit. I straight called you or you called me. We had a conversation. Had a conversation about this, dog. Shine a light on it. Like my Lord following, I know this probably throwing them all left field. That's what we want, though. We want to make awareness to it. Everybody that y'all think looking good, everybody that y'all think having fun, check up on them people. Like that's it. You feel me? Like most of my peers that I'm around, I'm the engine. I keep shit going. I don't got the person over top of me to talk to. I don't got OGs and all that shit. I don't got none of that. Like I'm the OG to motherfuckers that I be around. So it's like this probably the first time that I ever spoke about something like this. I like it too, and I appreciate it.
It's good to be uncomfortable, bro.
Of
Like
course.
real shit. For real.
So, like, so we have already had this conversation. Don't ever say you don't have nowhere to go, because of course I told you I
Yeah,
got
of
3
course,
bedrooms.
of course.
But I know, like, as a man, just experience, if y'all watched the last episode, y'all know, like, I wasn't a daddy's girl, but I did have a stepdad. And what I've learned, growing up with my mom's husband, which is my stepdad, a lot of men don't even really feel comfortable not only opening up to other people, but women also, because for one, we look at y'all as providers. So how would a man feel comfortable opening up to a woman if we're looking at y'all as providers? Then y'all thinking like, well, if I tell her this is what's going on, she's going to think of me as less, of a man.
It's the social media that we got
So social
brainwashed
media
from.
definitely does play a big part
Well,
also.
I really feel like it's our community. Like
Yeah, I'm
I
about
feel
to
like
say,
other
to me,
communities do other things, like
it's
what they supposed to do. We just so judgmental as a whole. Like
I ain't gonna lie, to me, it's a combination of how you raised, you know, your community, the schools you may go to. You feel what I'm saying? So it just depends. Definitely social media, but it's like as men, we programmed to be the providers. If we not the provider, we weak. Or let's say if, like you said, you was in a relationship for a long time. Let's say you finally hit hard times. Now she going to the next nigga that can provide, because that's what's gonna happen. I mean, and that's how women are meant to be, you know what I mean, how they meant to be raised. You know, your mother, he can't provide. What he here for? You know? But I don't know. To me, I'm one of them 50 niggas when it comes to a household.
Right.
We both gonna pull our weight around here. If I mean, I'd rather be by myself.
Do you feel like as a man, it's harder for y'all as far as like depression and you know, talking about being open to speaking on what you're going through?
I think so because you got it from both ends. You know, it's hard. Let's say if Javon was really like my man, like my best friend. You get what I'm saying? You got people that's really best friends with people that don't feel like I can come and talk to you about certain shit. You know, because you got to think of, oh, if I tell him this, who he gonna tell? You get what I'm saying? Or I told him this, but he ain't do nothing to help my situation. Not that he have to, but a lot of times people express themselves and then you turn around in 3 days, you forgot about what the fuck I'm going through. You
Right.
know?
Right,
You
right.
know, then you back to being where you was at before you told him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And what about you, Javon? Do you feel like it's harder as a man to speak on like depression and stuff that you're going through?
Nah, I feel like you gotta be in tune with yourself. I feel like if you're in tune with yourself, you gotta have somebody that you could communicate with and be able to talk to. If not, you keep all that stuff bottled in, and eventually you're gonna explode. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have somebody that you can vent to, that you can express yourself to. So I'm glad to have the good friends that I do have.
Right.
That if I got a problem, or even a situation where I feel like if I'm wrong or not, you know what I'm saying? Bro, was I wrong about this?
Mm-hmm.
This the situation, da 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 da. And if I'm dead wrong, they check me. You know what I'm saying? And then I gotta go back and be like, you know what? I apologize
Right.
to the person. So I feel like you gotta have somebody to talk to. But I also understand his take where he's saying when you go tell somebody something and then they go tell somebody else, now your business all over the place. You're like, bro, I thought you was, you feel me? Like,
fuck
so
your
that
head up even
really
more.
shut you
Yeah.
down. That really shut you down. And as far as the providing situation, I really want to speak on that. Like he just like what they were saying, as a man, it do something to you when you can't provide for your family. I don't like if you a real man and stuff going on, like success is very, 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 very hard.
Right.
Like it's easy to get, but you still have to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, like when you get to a certain level and you climbing and you reaching, like Jay-Z got a line in Grammy Family where he say, success is like suicide. It's suicide. When you succeed, prepare to be crucified. And basically, how I take those lines is success is like suicide. It's suicide, right? Meaning, like you lose parts of yourself. So, in that success, you either gonna go up or you gonna go down. Meaning, like you might just start treating people different and get big headed. Like, but you losing yourself. You're not even
Right.
the same person
You were
who you
before
are,
you
right? That's the
yourself.
suicide version, right? But when he say prepare to be crucified, right? When you become a certain level of success, people just be mad at you or they don't like you or you think you too much. When you just naturally doing whatever you doing, I could be speaking and giving a positive message and they could be like, yo fake, or he not real,
Right.
or this, fuck yo, da 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 da, which I really don't care, right? That's or yo think he better than this. I've heard crazy stuff like yo scamming, bro. I work hard, bro. I got like 4 or 5 hustles. I really don't even care about that stuff, right? That's one part of being crucified. But the worst part of being crucified is you being in your own head. Because, bro, I can only imagine what you're going through. Like, you know your potential, right? Once you realize your potential, you start beating yourself up. When things ain't going as good as they normally go, bro, you like, damn, I feel like I'm failing. So if I can't provide as much as I have, like he got kids, I got kids. So if I can't do for my daughters what I normally would do, like it's like, damn. And if you tell them you're gonna do something, but you really can't do it at the moment, it make you feel crazy.
Yeah.
If you can't provide how you used to providing, you feel like, damn, I'm a failure. But in life, we go through ups and downs. And I promise you, I don't know who need to hear this, but when you start struggling and things going wrong, this happening, bro, your breakthrough is right around the corner. Like, if you stay fast and you go through whatever God got you in that moment, I promise you, better days are ahead. Like, people think it's cliche, but I've been through it.
Yeah.
Where I seen everything falling apart, and I say the prayer like, God, please, like, I need you to change the dynamics, bro. I got a phone call, bro, that changed my life forever, bro. And I from that moment on, This is the God honest truth. I ain't withdraw from an ATM machine since 2014. And I ain't withdraw from an ATM machine because I get paid every day.
Right.
And I got put in position, but I prayed and I believed change was going to come, bro. And you get in positions where you feel like, damn, I fucked up right now. Like, you want to do this for your family. You want to be better. But you got to go through whatever God got you in that moment because you're going to be a testimony for somebody later on. So.
And I definitely agree to everything that you said, because what I've learned is like when you've reached a breaking point where you feel like everything is crashing down, that's literally what I've learned. That's just God's way of saying, I need you to talk to me so you can tell me what I need to do for you.
What you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been homeless before.
Yeah.
I was homeless 2 years ago. Nobody would never know that.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? And it's just like every day I used to be on my way to dream, and I would be like, all right, God, like, what do you need me to do so that I can get myself up out this situation to where as though I would never be in this situation again? And sometimes you got to talk, even though you can't hear what he's saying, he's going to show you in different ways. And you just got to make sure, all right, even though, I was in a predicament once and God helped me get out of it, but I put myself in it again, then God like, look, I helped you last time. And one thing that I've learned, God is never going to give up on you. You just cannot give up on yourself.
Yeah, you can't give up on yourself.
You cannot give up on yourself.
You get 100 different chances.
And that's why I'm so open to always helping people that I never even met before. Like, it's stuff that I do outside of Instagram that won't nobody know if I never spoke on it. And I'm only saying this because I want people to really understand the type of person that I am. That it was a young lady before that she DM'd me and she was like, hey, I know you don't know me, but I'm going through, this, that, and the third. And I was wondering if you could, help me get groceries for my such and such. And it was my last $100 till I went to Dream. I cashed that to her. And then a few days later, she's like, hey, I don't mean to keep asking you for stuff, but I just want to know if you can, help me get a way to get to my job interview. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it because at least you need the money for something that can help you put you in a better position. And it's like, God put me, and I say this all the time, like, Renee, don't I say, like, God put me on this earth to be a blessing to other people, to help other people, no matter how big or how small it is. Some days I'll just be riding down the street and y'all will see, like, if you ever rode in my car and I see somebody, they got a sign up and I pay attention to the signs because, you can tell the difference between somebody that just want money for drugs or somebody that really need it. And there was the guy, his sign that says, I just want work. I don't care. Something like, I just want work. Anything helps. Like, he never asked for money. And I was like, give me your information and I can help you try and find, something. I posted on Instagram. It probably got like 200 reshares. And I think somebody ended up, helping the guy find like a cleaning job or something. Or if I got a few dollars in my car, I'll give it to him because it's like I done seen people walk the streets, no shoes, no nothing. And I'll be like, hold on, I'm about to go to the store and buy them some shoes and here's money for you to get some food for the rest of the night. So it's just like me being somebody that's been there before, not knowing like where the fuck I'm gonna sleep at tonight or how the fuck I'm gonna be able to feed my kids. I was pregnant with my first child, homeless, sleeping in a hotel, trying to figure out like what the fuck can I do to make sure that I can provide a roof over my child's head so that we not going in a hotel every night. You get what I'm saying? I was pregnant, I had her, and she was a whole newborn. And that's why they say your firstborn is always your best friend because you go through the most stuff. My second child, my son, he would never see a rainy day. And it's just, sometimes you do got to put yourself in certain predicaments to get uncomfortable so you can see how it feels to have nothing. So you would know, I would never put myself through no shit like this again.
Shit, no bullshit, because I ain't never nothing.
Right, like, I'm telling you. So it's just like, it don't even, depression don't even always have to be about money or being homeless. It's just, sometimes people just feel like they don't have nobody. And I know how I feel.
For me, it's a lot of times it's like presence for real. Like, that's why I'm starting to learn, like, to go, like, where I'm celebrated.
Yep.
That's not where I'm tolerated.
Exactly.
Like, so, like, I'm starting to do weird shit now. Well, at least to me, I think it's weird, but it's normal shit. I'm just stepping out my comfort. Like, instead of me fucking, like, no disrespect to nobody, instead of me going to Medusa and going to Dream, I'm going down Fells to a bar. I'm out of my comfort. I don't do Fells, so like, it's new to me. I can count on one hand how many times I've been down there in my life. So it's like a new scenery to me, just different stuff. Like, I'm just trying to do different.
And it's like when you do different stuff, it opens your eyes to look at life different. Life is a beautiful thing. Like, life is such a beautiful thing. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that. Like, it shit, I was arguing, I wouldn't even say arguing, but I was going back and forth with somebody on Instagram, you know, when they posted the situation that happened with Chucky. And the guy was like, you know, I can tell that you're one of those girls that, you know, are a materialistic type of person. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm rich in spirit, and that's something that money could never buy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always see the good in any situation. And my grandmother always, that's one thing that she always said that she loved about me. Like, it don't matter what you go through. Like, you always see the good in any situation. Because it's like, shit got to get worse before it get better. And it will. It definitely will. It's your turn. You got the floor. You keep being quiet over there.
Yeah.
You talking to him?
Yeah. I'm talking to Jeremiah.
Wrong twins. He hold. I'm Jamal. He hold. But nah. I don't really know where to start, but I'm gonna just say, for me, you know, I know when people see me and, you know, they look at me over the years and be like, damn, like, yo really went from being this to this. Meaning, when I say that, meaning like being in a car selling pudding, taking it to a van, to having 2 vans, to selling 1,000 puddings a day, to having a storefront. But through that whole process, I was going through shit. You get what I'm saying? Dumb shit. Shit that I shouldn't even been doing. But when you hit me, I'm like, yo, I gotta speak on this because I know this is a part of what he was dealing with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like reading his, you know, suicide letter, I'm like, bro, I sat in that place before. Like, seriously, like, to whereas I'm making all this money and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going down to the casino. Like, you know, like I'm taking $10,000 in that bitch and I'm walking out with 0. Like, I'm not talking $5. I'm talking 0. To whereas I'm like asking the people, like, you know, I just lost all this money. Can I get a pizza? You know?
Right.
Yo.
And they like, you know, you ain't give us your card to rate you today, so we can't help you. I'm like, what? I'm hungry. You know what I mean? This bitch, I'm not realizing it, you know, my hunger until it's too late. Meaning I didn't blew all this money tonight. But like, you know, to go back to, like I said, everybody look at me and seen at that time, like, damn, yo up. He good. Like, he banging. Like, you feel me? But I fell into the trap of having it, but not being smart. And that's a lot of times we do that. And that's male and females. Like, we get so comfortable of making money. Like, you know, you got girls that made you hair, you know, lashes, whatever, that making that fast money. And you get caught up in shit. Whether it's you, for the women, you got a spending problem.
Yep.
You know, but for me, my problem was gambling. Like, a lot of people don't know that about me. But if you close to me, you know that. Like, you could call me, oh, where you at? Oh, that's all. I know you down at the casino. Yeah, all right, bye. Like, you know, my family, like, yo, why do you keep going to the casino? Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm gonna get my money back. Like, you know, to the point, I think for me, it hit rock bottom. I'm gonna say, I was losing so much at Horseshoe one day. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to live. I don't even like live. It's so dark in that bitch. But one day I had hella bread on. I went and I lost everything, yo. I sat in the parking lot. I called my mother. I'm like, Mom, like, I can't do it. Like, I don't know what my problem is. Like, I will wake up in the morning, think about numbers. I will go to sleep, think about numbers. I would eat, think about numbers. I couldn't even fuck because I was thinking about numbers.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, this shit is taking over my mind, yo. Like, and people don't understand that gambling is worse than drinking and drugs because it's expensive as shit. Drugs is cheap. Liquor is cheap. You can get it. Gambling, you gotta have it to gamble. You got to. So, like I said, that was one of my breaking points. I lost hella bread. Another breaking point for me, I was back in Horseshoe. Gambling. I think I won 10,000. No, I lost 10,000, won 10,000, and lost 10,000 again. All in the same night. That was in there for 12 hours, yo. 7 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. When I left with nothing. I sat in the parking lot with a gun in my hand, bro. Like, this it. Like, I'm like, I can't control this shit. Like, I'm like, yo, I cannot control this shit. And I sat there, yo, and I'm like, yo, I can't do it. But like I said, the hard shit is, yo, when everybody see you and they don't know, like, he good, he banging. Because, of course, I had them thoughts, and the next day, I'm like, I'm back at it, you know. But I sent my text messages to everybody like, yo, I love y'all, but I can't do it. You know, I cut my phone off because I didn't want nobody to talk me out of what I was about to do. I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I think what probably saved me was me cutting my phone off. Because if I would have had 100 people calling and texting me, telling me not to do it, I probably would have did it. But I had enough time to sit there and think about the reasons why not to do this shit. My kids, like, who gonna raise my sons? You know, my daughters, like, who gonna do this? You know, like, I know, like, my mother loved me to death. So if I was to do this, it would hurt her. Like, I'm an identical twin. What that nigga gonna do without me? You know, like, I really had to sit and say to myself, like, yo, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. So that day, I went cold turkey, yo. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm not going to the casino. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. About 7 months after that, Jeremiah, dumbass, yo, let's go down to the casino, get some pizza. I know I'm not trying to go down there. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to go. It's just pizza. It's just pizza. Come on. I went in there, got the pizza. Of course, I gambled again. Walked right back into the fucking hole. So I'm gambling again now. And what really made me say I'm not gonna do this shit, like, for good, I said, if I ever feel that feeling again, which was, you know, me, like, trying to take my life over this shit, it's no way I'm gonna do this shit again. There's no way. So that, like, and that's what I'm earlier when we was talking, when I say God give you chances. It's times where I'm in a, like, please, God, just stop me. Like, what do I gotta do? Just show me the way.
Right.
He'll show me the way, and I'll do the same shit again. But the second time was when I really was like, yo, I'm not sending no text messages. I'm not sitting here doing this. Like, I'm done. Like, this is it. I ain't been in Horseshoe probably over 1.5 years, bro. I ain't doing that shit.
Let's clap it up.
For real.
Let's clap it up.
Like, I fuck with FanDuel here and there, but Horseshoe, suck my dick.
Right. Right. And that's good. I'm glad that you are still here today to be able to tell your story and stuff, and, you know, that you didn't let that battle, you know, take over your life or anything that, you know, everything that you were going through. Because, like, I've never been a gambler, so I don't know, like, the ins and outs. I don't like wasting my money. So I don't even think, like, if it's a 50-50 chance that either I can make more or I'm going to lose it, I'd rather just keep what I got. Like, because if I split all my money in this casino and I leave out with nothing, somebody's getting took off or something. I'm getting my money back one way or another. So, you know, and I hear a lot of people, well, it really comes from a lot of men. I don't really hear, like, a lot of women having gambling problems, but I do hear that from a lot of men.
It's a lot of men and women.
It's some women, but it's less women. You know? And it's the bitches that got it. Mm-hmm. You ain't got it, you can't gamble.
I just want to say this though. You said, like, you know what I mean, you was talking about gambling is different from alcohol, is different from drugs. Addiction is addiction, bro. Mm-hmm. When you addicted to anything, it take over you. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what it is, whether that's drinking. And drinking, to me, is kind of one of the worst addictions to have, because you don't even realize you an addict. You don't realize you really drinking, bro. Like, now that I don't drink in a club, I be looking at everybody like they crazy in the club, bro. I be like, bro, and I really be seeing, like, what be on people. You feel me? Like, alcohol is called
poison.
What they call it, wine and spirits, for a reason. It's a spirit inside of that. You feel me? And it overtake you. And I just want to tell anybody, like, bro, social media is not real. Right. Like, we rarely see people and they shining on Instagram, or they popular, or they look good, bro, but they have the same problems that you have. Mm-hmm. They're not better than you. We all are the same people. And there's people that get 400,000 likes and hate themselves, or don't feel like they look good. You know what I mean? There's a lot of chicks that they on Instagram, we might view them as looking good, right? But deep down inside, they look at themselves in the mirror and feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. So that's why surgery is so prevalent. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I can tell you, like, is they say that comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare yourself to other people. Your life and your road is for you. Whatever path you on, you gotta find your purpose. Once you find your purpose and what you're here for, then that's when you can live a life of fulfillment. Like once you find out your purpose and what you here for, like Cash, you probably already found it. You say you here to help people and understand. Like we all have businesses, right? What do we do in our business? We provide a service, right?
Some type
Bro,
of service, yeah.
bro, listen, bro. I promise you, service-oriented businesses is the way to get rich. If you got to go to a lawyer, he provide a service. If you got to go to a doctor, they provide a service. You go to a bail bondsman, he provide a service. If you getting a house built, you're providing a service. So anything service, that's how you get paid. That's how you get rich. And helping people is like, I feel the same way. Like if I can help somebody in any capacity, and sometimes that could be good, bro, and sometimes it could be bad. Yeah. You feel me? Because when you the person that help everybody, and you pouring into their glass, you pouring into everybody's glass, eventually you gonna start to feel empty. Or when you helping all these people, and then they talking to you like you ain't shit, or like you ain't really do nothing for them because they so adjusted and entitled now. You know what I mean? You ain't really helping them now. You're handicapping them. So it's like, all right, you ain't do this for me. Fuck you. So it make you feel some kind of way.
And that's just goes for like the saying is it says like people like you need people like you. And I feel like people like me need people like me. But I wouldn't say I haven't found the person like me, but sometimes, you know, like you said, if I'm pouring into you, I would expect you to pour into me. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep draining me and sucking the life out of me until I have nothing. Then we both don't have nothing. Then what?
I also understand this though. Like when you the person that's appointed to help everybody, like don't complain about it. Like because somebody asked me one time, they was like, bro, like I don't want to hear that, bro. Like you help people, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
What if you need it? What you want to be the person that need the help? That got to ask somebody for help? I was like, no. I'd rather be the person that's gonna help some people.
Right.
Because I know the more you pour into people, the more you gonna get it back. Like God got favor, so you can't worry about people on the outside world. God gonna give you the favor. When you go to a restaurant, you tip somebody, boom, you gonna get the money right back. If you help the homeless person, you get somebody $1. I watch it happen all the time. I give somebody some money, my phone will ring about more money, like 10 times worth the money that I just gave out. Like, so help as many people as you can, but do it at reason and really always, God say this, is say, protect your heart. Like, you know what I mean? Protect your space, protect your energy. And when you tap into the universe and you understand everything around you, then that's when things change, you feel me? And one of the most powerful things you could do for yourself is speak things into existence. You gotta hear, you say, I wanna host BET next year. Guess what? It might not be next year. It might be next year. But if you believe you're gonna do it, this podcast can blow up. Boom. Guess what? I was in there when Cash said I was gonna be on BET. Cause you believe it. You feel me? Like whatever you believe you can achieve. And a lot of thoughts that come into people's head is stuff that they speak on themselves. If you find yourself in your house and things ain't going so good, you're like, man, shit, I'm fucked up. I'm gonna be fucked up. Guess what? You fucked up because you keep saying it, bro. When you start saying, man, look, I'm about to get some money. Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get some money. You're gonna attract what you believe.
Right.
Your thoughts really become actions.
I ain't gonna lie. Like my hardest times.
Pull your mic up, son.
My hardest times was when I was fucked up, being in gambling and shit. I'm like, bro, I thrived on this shit. Why? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I just lost $10,000. Why the fuck am I selling 2 cars a day later to get back damn near half that? You get what I'm saying? But it's like, it's just weird, bro. It's like when you struggling, you
the universe has a way of speaking to you.
It's weird as shit because, like, you know, like you really could be down to your last. I'm talking about not knowing what you're gonna eat, and you talking to yourself about it, like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Then you turn around, an opportunity presents itself. So what you gonna do?
Right.
You know, now I'm eating that Fridays.
And it's like with me, I know, like with my personal experience of going through stuff, in the long run, it might not feel good at the moment, but when you finally like blow past it and you really be sitting down and you just randomly think like, I do this shit all the time. Like, I remember when the fuck I was pregnant with Serenity sleeping in a hotel now. Look, like, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 bedrooms and I have one open that I don't even, really use. Like, and it's just like the struggles and the shit that you go through really makes you who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Definitely. For real.
And don't let your current situation define who you are. Because where you at right now is not where you're going to be tomorrow. Especially like for the young 21, you know what I mean? A lot of times they look at social media and they see different people. Bro, this shit didn't happen overnight, bro. You feel me? Like this ain't happen overnight. I remember like even just promoting wise, bro. I remember when I used to get paid $150 in a bottle, bro. And we was bringing artists, was bringing Rich Homie Quan. Bro, now I got the City Girls with my own money.
Right.
You feel me? That we paid $175 for Dirk for CIAA. You feel me? Like, bro, I did that with my money. That's something that I'm proud of. Like, I was able to bet on myself.
Right.
Win, lose, or draw. I don't care. But if I came a long way and I understand my progression. And also, like, take time to appreciate the achievements that you do have.
Right.
A lot of time when we on a road to success, we so focus on trying to get more. So we don't even realize what we accomplished, what we been at. Like he say, I was selling puddings in the truck. Bro, you got a storefront. You did something that people want to do. They talk about they're going to do it, but they never do it because they don't have enough balls. Yeah. And that's an accomplishment. You feel me? Like people want to host or they say they want to do this. They want to do that, bro. They don't do it, bro. It's people that could have been homeless or want to do whatever they want to do. You came out of your circumstances because you saw better for yourself. Don't ever, 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 ever give up, man. That's all I can tell y'all.
No. I want to say another thing too. Like anybody that's thinking about
camera over there. Look at the camera when you say it.
Anybody that's thinking about being an entrepreneur, like it's okay to question yourself about it and to feel like, should I do this? It's okay to feel that way. And it's okay to be patient in your journey. Meaning you're not going to be the best hairstylist in a week. You feel me? You're not going to make the best food in a month. Everything is a journey. Like, be patient and be okay with going through a journey, because when your time passes, you want to look back at all these opportunities and say, damn, I went through this, I went through that, I went through this, I went through that. Now look at me now. Because if you rush your process, you don't have nothing to appreciate. So that's all I want to say for the people that want to be entrepreneurs and stuff.
And don't get upset when people close to you don't support you.
Yeah.
Just stay patient. Stay the course. And everybody ain't gonna believe in your dream. You might tell somebody you want to do something and they be like, girl, don't leave your job.
And my mother ain't believing me.
Guess what?
She ain't want consistent enough.
Stay focused.
I tell people, if people close to you ain't supporting, I mean you ain't going hard enough.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, sometimes it don't mean that you ain't going hard enough. People support what they think is popular. And when you get it popping, guess what? They joining, they jumping on the train.
Right.
They trying to put their hands in the pot, but you built it from the ground up. So don't ever give up on whatever you believe in, because it's achievable if you put your mind to it.
And I feel like even with, like, personally with you do that a lot. Like, you really are a jack of all trades. Like, it's literally nothing
I hate that about myself.
Shit, I remember seeing him
I don't like it because
he does it all the time. Sometimes I really be having look, this is what you have to do. You will be fine. Like, I don't know if it's because you be doubting yourself or it's because other people do it, but you literally can do anything, like selling clothes, coming up with your own clothing brand, your designs, down to the designs. You can really, there's not a lot of men out here that can cook. Like, you can really cook your ass off. But you feel like, just like he was saying, you expect shit to blow up overnight instead of just trusting the process.
Yeah, you gotta trust that shit. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta trust it, bro. You got to, because there's times where you may come out and not sell a dinner. But next week you sold out in an hour. You feel me? You gotta trust whatever the fuck it is you doing. You gotta trust that shit,
bro. You got it's right there in front of our face. Look how hot Tech is, bro. Tech been rapping probably over 10 years, bro.
Forever.
You gotta think about it. Dovell, he had two Coda lines before Off Tour. You feel me? Like Cars by Corey. When he first came out, he was washing cars and he started selling the most cars, bro. It's people trust the process, bro. Like you gotta really trust the process. And no matter how hard it get, you gotta stay the course and you gotta believe and you gotta adjust. It might not be working this way, but it might, I might have to tweak this to get here. But as long as you stay consistent and you keep banging them, keep hitting, bro, it's gonna catch eventually. Roddy Rex wasn't always hot. It was like at a time it was Scooter, Moose, and then now you see Roddy and Tech is like the two hottest. You know what I'm saying? Even Jake. It took some time for him to catch on, and people start catching on to his music, but they all trust the process, bro, and they stay there. Like people ask, I tell them, bro, that's the formula. You gotta trust that. It sound crazy. Stay consistent, but that's the truest and purest thing that you could do is stay consistent to your brand, bro. And when you stay consistent to your brand and you believe that it's going to happen, bro, nothing can stop you. Nothing.
Yeah, I know. You ain't think Ace would have had a dream? You feel
Nah, I
me?
knew Ace would have had a dream. It's crazy because he always thought like an owner.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, he a person that started from promoting to this, to that, to really saying like, nah, I want the building.
Yeah,
You
nah,
feel me?
but he worked in Oxygen so much. Like Ace always been like a hustler since young. He said he was gonna get that building. That's
The whole thing about
that's what I'm trying to tell you about manifesting.
manifesting.
He been said he was gonna get when it was auction. He said, "I'm gonna get this building, bro." He did it, bro, because he believed that shit,
You
bro.
gotta trust that shit. Yep. Can't wake up tomorrow and say, "Oh my God, yo, I got turned down, so fuck it." No, like you're gonna get turned down. You're gonna take losses. You're gonna be depressed about certain shit. You're gonna, feel hesitant to react or do. But man, you just gotta do that shit.
That's
bro.
why I said God already has the blessing for you. He just want to see, like, how far you going to go to really see if you really want it or not. Because he's not going to just give it to you. It don't work like life. Don't
Yeah,
work
it
like that.
definitely don't
So
work
if
like
you
that.
if he has the blessing for you, but you like, you know what, fuck it, I ain't do this today or I didn't make this goal, then he like, well, fuck it, you gave up. I'm gonna give up too, because clearly you don't really want it as bad as you say you do. And that's how I look at anything that I'm trying to accomplish or achieve. That's how I look at it. Like in any and everything that I do. Like even down to this. Like I wasn't even gonna take this shit serious. I just posted it the other day. Like this shit was gonna be for fun. But it's just like, dang, with just people DMing me and speaking so much light and they telling me like, I really see that this can go far, and just keep being yourself and doing what you're doing. And the fact that I'm getting all this views just by me being myself and I don't have no drama on the show. I'm not exposing nobody. I don't gotta be messy. It's literally just me being me. So it's just
real.
like,
It's real topics for real.
Yeah, you natural behind the camera. When I first seen you on the camera, I was like, damn, she doing a good job. I said, you feel
I
me?
remember when I came to work,
Yeah.
you said that's exactly what you
Yeah.
said when I came in the dream.
And
Yep.
I'm brutally honest. If I like something, I like something. If I don't like it, I hate when people ask me something. I gotta be like,
yeah, your shit wasn't corny.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch too many shit.
All right. So anything else anybody want to speak on before I bring Renee on?
I think I ain't really say what.
Oh, who want to
yeah.
volunteer to get their seat up?
No, hold on. We need to hear Javon.
All right,
Oh,
so,
yeah, okay.
so,
Javon, I feel like Javon didn't really touch on what he meant to touch on.
Okay.
all right, so like probably the beginning of like anxiety, stress was when I came to Baltimore. I'm originally from New Orleans, so I came to Baltimore in like '99. So like I ain't know nobody in Baltimore. Like I was popular in New Orleans. Like I was lit. I can get girls. I was dancing. I was turned up. All my family is there. Now I'm in Baltimore. I don't know nobody. My mother's like, I want you to come. She has this new guy. I'm like, you feel me? So for like first 2 months in Baltimore, like all I did was cry. Cause I understand where the fuck I'm at. Like I want to be around my family. Like I'm close to my family. So that was the beginning. And I had started to suffer with like, I guess, I'm trying to find a word, abandonment issues. You feel me? So then I think like I'm gonna go for the roughest patch of what I felt like my life, where really was like one of them times where like I really wanted to give up. So it's like 2013, and we was doing like paparazzi. So we had the hottest parties was like 800 to 1,000 people a week. 2014, boom, we not doing paparazzi no more. I lost my job. I had a bad breakup. My car insurance, $1,800 a month. I got child support.
Hold on, what kind of car you was driving?
A Bentley.
Nah, because I kept having accidents, but I was in a bad, like I said, I was in a bad relationship. I can't focus. Accident, boom, boom, boom. You feel me? So it felt like everything falling apart. And I'm like, bro, like, you ain't paying your car note. I'm popular. Bro, I'm sleeping on somebody's sofa. I'm sleeping on the floor. Bro, I'm like, yo, I'm all over the place. And you get them thoughts where you feel like, yeah, I'm ready to end this shit. Because I can't take care of my kids. Like, I can't provide. I can't do what I really need to do. But I always knew, like, I was different. You feel me? So, like I said before, I woke up one day and I prayed. But one of the craziest things about being at paparazzi is the owner used to pay me last. I used to be the last person to get paid. It was me, Mostax, Dennis, KS, Chucky, and Naeem. I used to be the last person to get paid. And at one time, I thought I was gonna run a club. But he called me, put me on stage one day. He was like, "Man, fuck this party shit. Let me get you rich, little nigga." And I've heard that before. Like when I used to do music, people always would believe in me, say they would do this, and all that stuff was happening, right? And I never forget it. My man Zeno. He had got me a job trying to sell cars, and I worked there for like 3 days straight. And I ain't sell no cars, bro. I went in there on a Thursday. I had on a blue Gucci tie, and it had like navy blue in it. They told me to take that tie off. This is going intimidating the customers. I put it in a drawer, bro. Bro, the man called me. He was like, and I prayed about like for a change, bro. And I was just really going through it. I was trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna take care of this shit. And I'm just feeling like a failure. You feel me? I'm looking at my kids. I'm like, bro, you just ain't yourself, bro. Like this shit is just dumb. And I really wanted to give up and really kill myself. And that man called me out the blue. He said, bro, meet me in Tulsa. Bro, I left that tie and I never went back to get that Gucci tie. I forgot all about that fucking tie. I got that call. That man asked me, bro, he said, what you need to survive? I told him what I needed. He gave me $100 less. He said, I'm going to give you 10% of all the business that you bring in here. Bro, I ain't never looked back, bro. And that was my turnaround. But I never gave up. No matter how hard that shit get, don't give up on yourself. Because I could be easily like anybody else when things get hard, bro. We all then been up and hit rock bottom. You feel me? And it's when you in a popular place or you looked at as that person, bro, that shit be like, damn, I ain't that nigga. You feel me? But inside of yourself, you know who you are. But when shit fucked up, you like, nah, I'm moving differently. But sometimes you gotta go through those things because God trying to show you something. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta humble yourself. Cause when you get to the top and you take that fall, it's one of them humbling moments. You feel me? Like you could get big headed sometimes, and sometimes you need that fall to really understand and appreciate life a little bit more. So.
Yeah. So let's welcome Renee, everybody. Clap it up for Renee. Welcome to the party. I know we was talking for a little bit, but so just introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are. Tell them your regular Instagram name is and your business Instagram name so they know how to find you.
Okay. So, hi, everyone. I'm Latarsha Renee. My personal Instagram is Miss L Renee, MSLRENEE. And my business is Flourishing Minds Wellness Center. And that Instagram is Flourishing Minds Wellness on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. So tell us, a little bit about I know a little bit, but you want to tell people a little bit about some of the trials and tribulations you've been through?
It's so much. So much.
You got to give it the rundown like I did.
Okay. So maybe the most recent trial and tribulation I have and still have and going through is the passing of my brother. So just like me and Cash, that's kind of how
trauma bonded.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Even prior to that,
yeah,
we bonded, but we definitely bonded when my brother passed away. So my little brother, he's 2 years younger than me. His name is Evan. He passed away back in November. He was killed. And he dealt with some issues regarding substance abuse and mental health. So that's part of the reason why it drove me to open my business and open my program. So ever since he passed away in November, I probably haven't slept a full night, probably like once a week. I'll be up. If y'all text my phone, I'm up late at night and just tossing and turning. I always hit my phone like majority of the time feeling really, really anxious. And yeah, I've been depressed, not eating. When he passed away, I lost like 20 pounds. Came to the club looking real skinny. I lost everything. I lost my good weight. So definitely with that situation, I was depressed. I was crying all the time, every day almost. I was easily triggered. I was, still working in the club. And while working in the club, something happened. I just started crying.
I was the same way, so I know.
So, and it's gotten a little bit better, but I'm not totally healed. I'm not at peace with it. Not even going to lie. That's going to take some time, I'm sure. Seek to talk to someone myself because they say every therapist needs a therapist. So, I talked to my family and my friends about it briefly, but to them, they didn't see that I was like struggling and depressed and sad and stuff. It was just like, oh, okay, that's just Latarsha Renee. She's smiling, she's okay. But I had to say, hey, hi, hello.
Right.
I'm crying. Like, I'm sad. I ain't sleeping 2 days. Like, they'd be like, oh, what's going on? I had to actually bring it up to them for them to realize, oh, like, she's really depressed. I mean, they knew, of course. Like, okay, your brother passed away. We're here for you. But I had to actually show them, tell them, like, hey, hi. I'm like down bad. Like, I'm at a dark, dark, dark space. So, yeah, that's been my most recent depression situation. So basically I started Flourishing Minds about a year ago, and I received my license back in March. And I just received the Maryland Medicaid number, and that's something they give me to make me allow me to bill people Maryland Medicaid insurance. So basically, I'm open officially.
So first of all, what is Flourishing Minds?
So Flourishing Minds is an intensive outpatient program and a psychiatric rehabilitation program. And that I have clients that deal with mental illness and deal with substance abuse issues. So I'm going to be having a few different houses for people, like any of my clients that need like housing, whatever, a house for single mothers, because I take that very seriously. I'm a single mother.
Right.
I'm going to have a house for men. I want to have something for the LGBTQIA community. So, but it's basically communal living. So I plan to have my first house by September, by my birthday. That's my birthday present to myself. And so basically, my office is in Owens Mills. So my main office is in Owens Mills. So I'm planning on opening another office in West Baltimore. And basically, I'm going to be providing like mental health services for clients. I have licensed professionals out, licensed social workers. I have a psychiatric nurse practitioner on board. I have licensed addiction counselors. And I know y'all mentioned gambling earlier. We deal with addiction, gambling addiction as well. Not just
substance abuse.
Not just oxys, alcohol, and marijuana. Marijuana is also people are addicted to marijuana, so that's also a substance. So that's pretty much it. So this summer, starting June 19th, I have a summer enrichment program for children. And it's totally free if you are a part of our program. And I'm going to be offering different services to our kids. Sports, STEM, dance.
Yes, because I already looked into it.
Sports, STEM, dance. Oh, I want you there. Seriously.
Yeah.
Sports, STEM, dance. Different like recreational activities. So my program is more so holistic, and we deal with like mind, body, and soul. So I want to focus on you, like you focusing on you first. So I'm going to be dealing with like self meditation, yoga, doing a lot of Reiki, doing a lot of holistic things to focus on you first. What else? I have a young entrepreneur segment. So I have a lot of like licensed professionals coming in to like teach my children different trades. Like if you want to learn how to do nails, no, well, I'm not getting them licensed, but if they want to like learn a trade, if they want to learn like the basics, like painting, design, and stuff like that. I have some coaches coming in. I have a lady that cheers for the Baltimore. I forgot the name, but she cheers on like a Baltimore cheerleading team nationally. She's gonna come in and do some stuff with my kids. I have one of my friends. He does makeup. He's gonna be just some makeup classes. So I have a lot of things like if they're interested in any different like skills and stuff like that. I plan to have that available for them. I'm also going to be at the airframe. So I'm also going to be a vendor at the airframe June 17th and June 18th.
Y'all getting lit.
Yeah. So I'm going to be having doing like games, giving out my flyers, giving some
Will
good
people
great
be able
information.
to register at the airframe also?
Yes. They'll be able to register. I'll have like my psychiatric nurse is going to be there. My licensed social worker will be there. A lot of my office staff will be there. That please help me set up.
Right. Yeah.
So we will be there, and I hope I will be at Pride. I'm not sure yet. That's the following weekend.
Okay.
So going to be doing some stuff at Dream too, some kiddie stuff, maybe some kiddie discos and stuff like that. Yeah, so we officially opened that summer enrichment program on June 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the easiest way for somebody to sign up? Do you have a website or?
Yes, I have a website and I also have a link tree. So on my link tree is the website and it's also an interest form.
Okay.
And they can just fill out that basic information and say, are you interested in substance abuse, mental health? Are you interested in the summer enrichment program? Are you interested in housing? We have different, it's like, it takes about like 5 seconds, not even long. So, or you can DM me, you can email me, you can call me. So yeah, it's pretty easy, but I'm open.
Yeah, because I was definitely interested in being a mentor there.
Oh, we already talked about this.
I know, that's all. I think you're doing a lot of good stuff. I didn't even know that you had I just knew that it was like, for mental health, but I didn't know that you had all that like going on with this. So that's really dope.
I already have 25 clients. I know that don't seem like a lot, but it's a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have 25
more than what you had.
Yes, I have 25 mental health clients and I had 10 substance abuse clients. So I am happy. And
that's good. That's really good.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Better than zero.
That is definitely better than zero. But I've been trying to put my business out there a little bit to let people know to like, hey, get them interested. So when I was ready to start, like, boom, they already in.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. I feel like this was also another good way to, get your brand out there, especially because, my podcast is slowly like rising. So I'm like, let me get Renee on here, especially with, all that has transpired last week.
Yes.
So like it was a perfect time, especially if anybody who needed, a therapist or whatever the case was for you to give that information out of there. So that's really good. And I'm super, 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 super proud of you. Because people be thinking that bottle girls don't have a life outside of the club.
No, seriously. Seriously. I've been working on this for a while. Mm-hmm. And even before that, I've been in the mental health field since I've been 18 and I'm about to be 34.
Yeah.
So I've been in the mental health field for a long time. And I've been depressed. I've been, I had anxiety. I've talked to a therapist. I've been inpatient years ago. So I've dealt with all of this stuff. Like I have trauma, childhood trauma, a lot of things that I've dealt with. And even like my siblings have, dealt with, my friends. Mm-hmm. We talk about it all the time. So yes.
Yeah.
Dear Black people, therapy is okay.
Therapy is okay.
I'm really looking into getting a therapist. I think I really need one.
That.
And honestly, we say we don't want to, we don't want to talk to our friends because we feel like we might be judged. And talk to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or find somebody that you can talk to, bro. You
Exactly.
need to talk to somebody. Therapy is okay, and the no word is okay.
Yes.
Sometimes no can be your best friend. Because when you say yes, 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 bro, you stress yourself out to the max. And I think it's a good thing that in what you're doing, Renee, and implementing different programs for the youth, whether it's nails or whatever business that they're trying to get into. Because we all need an outlet, whether that outlet is music, whether that outlet is art, whether that outlet is doing hair, whatever you passionate about, just find an outlet and find something that you really like to do and really love to do. And when you find that, then you know what I mean, when you get in those dark spots, that'll help you. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's really dope. Especially it's not really a lot of things in the Black community alone that, children can run to. It's like kids, the age limit and murder rates is getting younger and younger and younger. So I think it's
They are
good that
killing our babies.
that kids can have something to look forward to. Like with all the programs that you have going on, even like older adults too. Like, because I'm definitely gonna look into getting a therapist. I don't mind sitting on the couch telling somebody everything, that I go. It gives you a sense of relief.
Yes.
That somebody is actually here and they're listening to me, and I know that I'm not gonna be judged.
Yes.
So
And it's okay to go through a few therapists before you find the right one, because I did. My first therapist, she was laughing. I don't know if I was funny or like,
your facial expressions
yeah,
and the way you talk is funny.
What's a bad therapist though?
I mean, you just find a person that's for you.
Yeah,
bro.
like not necessarily bad. She just wasn't for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like she was hearing me and she was like laughing. And, I was like, do she have a laugh? One of those conditions. But, this was a while ago. So since then, things have changed. But it's okay to go through a few different people till you find the person that's for you. In general, therapists, relationships, friendships, it's okay.
Yep.
So, yes.
And I ain't gonna say that it ain't no outlets for the youth. I just think that sometimes we don't see it as much as we should.
Yeah.
The outlets that are available in the communities. And I think when you're around a certain infrastructure, you become a part of your environment. You feel me? Like if you're around this kind of person and that's what you see, you begin to live that lifestyle. I remember it was like a time where everybody in Baltimore was staying in their neighborhood. You feel me? And now you start to see people traveling with social media that kind of opened up and expanded people's minds a little bit more. But before that, like people would, if you live on Miami Street, you stayed in Miami Street. You wouldn't live outside of your community. But, as you grow and things change and you see things differently and you see all this stuff on the world, or you hear rappers say, Kiki, like when Drake said Kiki on the river, not everybody they go to Miami, where they go to Kiki on the river, you know what I'm saying?
Because I did.
It's influential. So you feel me? How we perceive the information and how we perceive things around us, that's really what shape us. You feel me? Like it's all up here. Everything is mental. Like when we talk about mental health, like
it's everything.
It's everything.
It affects everything.
And make sure that you don't allow people to steal your peace. Like your peace of mind is more important than money. It's more important than everything. Like even like this is gonna sound crazy, but it's more important than your family. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. Like if you don't have your peace of mind or your mental state is not in the right place, you can't do nothing for your kids, you can't do nothing for your family, and then you can't do nothing for yourself.
Nobody.
So when you get to that place where you can't do nothing for yourself, what good are you to anybody?
You're not.
You're not good. You're not good to anybody. So you know what I mean? Protect your mental health.
Yeah.
And protect your peace by any means
Absolutely.
necessary. So do you know like any of the other programs and stuff that's available?
I mean, I see stuff like on Instagram. I be in my own little world.
I was
To be
about to
honest
say
with you.
if you do, I want to, because if I have the platform, I want to get them on there so that they can, let it be known that it is available.
It's a lot of programs.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, because I don't never see much
stuff that because the stuff that we what he just said, like the stuff that we.
It's like we in a box.
Yeah, we already in that box.
Yeah.
You see what we do every day. That's the lifestyle. That's the shit you see. That's your FYP, right?
And that's like what party's going on,
right?
Because you in that mix. You get what I'm saying? But it's people that's in that mix. Like when she started, like she started her business, she gonna know about all the different people. You feel me? Because she gonna understand her competition. She gonna understand where she trying to go. It's people that's going to help her.
It's a lot of, I can say, it's a
Yeah.
lot of business.
Even with
Been
me,
doing my research.
I think it's ever since I started this podcast, I be seeing all types of
Mhm.
podcasts now. Like, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And
Nah,
it's like if you get on Instagram, it's like an algorithm.
Yeah.
Like
yup.
like what you're interested into, like it's gonna keep showing up. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yep. So, anybody want to say any last few things before we wrap it up? Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Everybody
Always
going through
hold your
stuff,
peace.
man. Everybody going through stuff. It's
Mhm.
okay. It's okay.
It is definitely okay to not be okay, for sure.
Yes,
Sure.
and it looks different
Come on,
different people.
Javon, end us off with some of the motivational speakers that you be posting on Instagram.
Every day, and I love it.
Because I wake up and I go, you don't even know, I wake up and I go straight to your page. Like, let me see what
he slowed
positive.
down a little bit, too.
Yeah.
I'm on his ass.
Yeah.
Missed a couple days.
Yeah.
I guess I could end us, since we talk about mental health, it's just guard your heart. Try to keep good energy around you. I seen something the other day and it said, if you got 3 friends, right? Ask yourself, do you have 3 friends that you could go to in a time of need, right? And if you don't got 3 friends, the people ain't say this, but I thought this to myself. But if you don't got 3 friends that you can go to, you need to change your circle.
Oh, absolutely.
And ask yourself, can you help 3 friends?
Mhm.
They ain't say that either, but when you pour good energy out, you get good energy back. When you do wrong stuff, karma gonna come back either way. So whatever you project out in the atmosphere, you gonna get that back. The universe gonna return that to you. Do your best to help people. Do your best to be the best version of yourself. And don't ever get caught up in social media. It's not real. It's a mirage.
Not real.
It's fake.
They post what they want you to see.
And people highlights are what you're seeing, but you don't see the stuff that you heard on this podcast. You don't see people wanting to commit suicide. You don't want to see people losing money. You don't see people feeling like failures. Bro, it's not real. And don't compare yourself to other people. Be the best version of you because that's what it is. Your journey is every day. We got 3 days, right? And the way life is yesterday, today, and tomorrow, right? But the only thing that really counts is today. So live for the day, because what happened yesterday, you can't change.
Right.
And what you're thinking about tomorrow, we don't know if that's promised. So the only thing you could do is live for the day, put a plan in action, keep grinding, keep moving, keep being consistent, and believe. And God said, if you got the faith of a mustard seed, anything is possible, bro.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z was a project nigga, bro. He's a billionaire, bro. You think he ever thought he was going to be a billionaire, bro? No.
Never.
So what I'm saying is anything
But
possible.
how do we know that? Because he could have said, I'm
Yep.
going to be a billionaire. We
Man,
just talked about manifestation.
Yeah, well, guess what? He
I
might have
told you
knew.
I'm already rich. I just gotta get the money.
But baby, if you listen to Baby interviews, he say, man, I ain't supposed to have this life, bro. Like he like, this shit is unbelievable, bro. But you worthy of whatever you believe in. I just say, man, keep believing in God and anything possible. Just don't give up.
Anything is definitely possible.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Until next time, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And if there's anybody that's going through anything, that's looking for resources or need someone to talk to, just make sure, you can DM me or I'll send you right to Renee. She has every resource that you can possibly think
Y'all
of.
can talk to me too, because I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, and her business also does take insurance, so you don't have to pay out of pocket. So it's Cash Talks. We're on episode 3, and it's a wrap. We're signing out.
Signing out.